The bell over the door rang, and Luna Vane knew trouble had finally found her.
We close in 10 minutes.
Just passing through.
In Barrow, men who didn't feel January cold were either stupid or not human.
Passing through doesn't require a full tank and 4 passengers. Aisle 4 has the travel snacks.
You work here alone, Luna? I'm Mr. Thorne's associate. We're looking for a specimen, a child, dark hair, approximately 4 feet tall.
Specimen, not child. I told Luna everything she needed to know.
Don't know him. My nephew picks me up after school, but he's 5'0" and smells like wet dog.
We have reason to believe he's in your custody. The clan...
I don't have a clan. I have a shift to finish. Buy something or leave.
The elders are very disappointed, sheltering an abomination after everything they taught you.
Not the child. The one she had walked away from. I learned exactly what they taught me. That's why I left.
Call me when you realize you're outmatched. The offer for a peaceful relocation expires at midnight.
Tell Mr. Thorne that if he sends one more car, I'll return it in pieces. And I'll start with the headlights.
Midnight.
Was that the bad minds?
Yes. And we're not staying to find out if they come back.
Not the cabin. Too obvious. Not the road. Too exposed. Midnight was coming, and so were they.
Luna? Are we the monsters they say we are?
No. We're the ones they should have been afraid of all along.
The siren died behind them, but she didn't slow down. The cabin was the first place they'd look. Almost there.
Stay quiet. Listen to my heartbeat.
Luna slowed her own pulse on purpose, forcing calm into the dark, one beat at a time.
Check the cabin first. Thorne needs to bring the boy back unharmed.
Why keep him intact? It'd be easier to restrain him with tranquilizers.
Because the council intends to hold a public hearing to warn others. This mixed lineage boy and the deserter both must face judgment.
They're gone.
Not gone. Just looking. In Barrow, being hunted never ended. It only changed distance. Then she heard it. Not boots, not panic. One deliberate crunch. Pause. Another. Someone trained to move quiet.
Bureau of Land Management, Wildlife Division. Miss Luna Vane, I know you're in there. My thermal scanner picked up 2 heat signatures. Come out here for the unregistered predator.
He wasn't lying. Not entirely. He thought she was the threat, which meant someone had already written her file for him. 5 seconds and he opens the hatch. If I fight now, Kyrian sees everything. Cover your ears.
Mrs. Vane, step away from the entrance.
You're on private property, Agent.
Kalin, you're harboring an unregistered biological anomaly. That's a federal offense. A child whose genetic markers match no known human sequence in our database. A child who, according to our sources, can shatter glass with his vocal cords.
He's a child. Anomaly isn't a word I'd use for a 4-year-old.
Explain the silver fur we found in your sink this morning. Explain the thermal readings that show your body temperature dropping 20 degrees when you sleep. Explain why every wolf in a 50-mile radius avoids your cabin. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to contain a threat. Step aside. Let me assess the child. If he's stable, we'll relocate him to a secure facility. You're making a mistake. You're obstructing a federal investigation. That's a felony. I can have you arrested.
Arrest me. See how that works out.
For one long beat, neither of them looked away. Predator, hunter, and neither willing to admit which was which.
3 days. I'll give you 3 days to produce documentation proving the child's legal status. Birth certificate, immunization record, school enrollment, something. After that, I'm coming back with a team.
3 days wasn't mercy. It was a countdown.
And Ms. Vane, keep the pup on a leash. Literally or figuratively. If I hear one report of disturbed wildlife, one broken window, one unexplained howl, 3 days becomes 3 minutes.
Noted.
Was that the bad man with the badge?
Yeah. But he's not the worst one.
Thorne is. But we've got 3 days, pup. 3 days to figure out what to do.
Will the badge man take you away too?
No. He won't. She didn't know if that was a promise or a threat.
The first day went to hiding Kieran. The second, Luna Vane went back to cut off the life she could no longer afford to pretend was hers.
Liz, shift started at 6.
I'm quitting.
Quitting? With what money? You're 3 months behind on rent, Luna. And that brat of yours...
He's not a brat, and I'm not asking.
You can't just leave. Who's gonna stock the night shift? Who's gonna...
Most humans couldn't hold a wolf's stare, especially not a moon wolf's.
I'll mail you the key.
On the third day, Luna heard her before she saw her, singing, soft, off-keek.
Luna, you look well. The elders are worried, you know, after what happened with the agent. Agent Kalin. He's not one of yours.
Not yet, but he's asking questions about the pup, about you, about the anomalies in the wildlife scans. I state the clan's truths. Your banishment, consorting with half-breeds, disrupting lunar tides. The pup is a mutation, a mistake to fix for the bloodline.
He's a child.
Return, submit to elders, surrender the pup for processing. You live with cloaked cruelty and ceremony. Or stay out here, freeze, starve, watch the pup get torn apart by Thorn's mercenaries or the agent's tranquilizer darts. And when you die, we'll piss on your grave and tell the clan you died protecting a monster. I choose to tell you to go to hell. I already regret not ripping out your throat 3 years ago, when you framed me for the elder's murder, when you put the blood on my hands, when you made me run. You want the pup? Come and get him.
Who's the lady?
Hello, little one. I'm Selena. I'm here to help. We'll talk again soon, Luna, when you're ready to be reasonable.
She left a present. Is she one of the bad ones?
Yeah, pup. She's one of the worst. She didn't heal it. She wanted the pain. Wanted the reminder.
Selena was right about one thing. I was done running.
Tell me about then, when you were not alone.
I was born to the clan, trained to hunt. Taught the moon was our mother and our law, I believed it. There was an elder, Mathis. Old, cruel. He liked to hurt things smaller than him, including pups. I caught him beating a litter of newborns because their fur wasn't the right shade of silver. I stopped him, broke his arm, told the council.
What did they say?
They said I was lying. Selena backed him. Said I attacked him unprovoked, said I was unstable, jealous. They stripped me of my rank. Branded me a traitor, drove me out at spear point, told the clan I'd killed Mathis in a fit of madness, that I was to be shot on sight if I ever returned.
But you didn't kill him.
No, I should have, but I didn't, because killing him would have proved them right. No council had ever given her absolution. A 4-year-old did it by leaning closer. Agent Kalin was early, which meant either mercy had expired or doubt had started.
We need to talk.
Talk.
I spoke to the clan representatives. They confirmed your history, said you're a danger to yourself and others, said the child is a genetic aberration that needs to be contained.
Contained is a polite word for slaughtered.
They also provided evidence, video footage, of you shifting, partially, 3 years ago, before your exile. I've seen what Thorn's people do to specimens. I've seen the labs, the cages, the bodies.
He's a child, that's all.
And if he's not, if he's a danger, if he can't control it, what then?
Then I'll control it. I'll control him. I'll control the whole damn tundra if I have to.
You're protecting him. Why?
Because no one else will.
That answer landed harder than any snarl could have. You have 3 hours before I have to file my report before Thorn's people get here.
Reasonable. That's generous.
Keep him away from the moonlight. Full moons and 2 nades. If he shifts under open sky, I won't be able to cover that up.
Was that the badge man?
Yeah. He's giving us time.
Is that good?
No, pup. It's not good, it's just time.
2 nights until the full moon. 2 nights until everything broke.
Her real name. Her clan seals. The evidence Matthias tried to erase. Buried proof.
Luna, your eyes are silver.
It's nothing. Go back to sleep.
The dreams weren't memories. They were warnings. Kieran on a slab. Celine in her skin. Kalin aiming for the only kill shot that mattered.
The moon's getting bigger.
It won't be full until tomorrow. We're safe. Not Kalin's truck. Too heavy. Track treads, a snowcat. Thorn's people. Quiet. We're leaving. The moon turned the snowfield into a mirror. There was nowhere to hide except between the trees.
Thermal says 2 signatures. Cave entrance. Grid 7.
Track the adult, bag the kid. Thorn wants the specimen intact.
Luna, your face.
Run. Run back to Thorn. Tell him I'm coming.
You said you'd hold it back.
I'm trying, pup. I'm trying so hard.
You're still Luna, even when the shift overwhelms you.
Hold this. It's heavy. It'll remind you to stay grounded when the world feels like it's spinning. One more night, then we end this. Tomorrow the moon would be full. Tomorrow she would stop pretending she could survive by hiding. Luna didn't sleep. At dawn, she opened the lead box she'd buried with her old life. It wasn't the forged confession that got her banished, it was the original. Matthys admitting he skimmed clan funds, sold lunar artifacts to Thorn's predecessor, and ordered the culling of impure pups, including Kieran's mother.
Is today the day?
Yeah, today's the day. We stop hiding. We stop running, and we show them what happens when you corner a wolf who's already lost everything. She didn't head for cover. She headed for the ridge, for the old clan gathering grounds, for the end of pretending.
You're early.
So are you.
Full moon's at 6:42 p.m. civilian time. 72 minutes from now, you're not going to make it to sunset hiding in caves.
I'm not hiding anymore.
Your heart rate is elevated, your pupils are dilated. If you shift in the middle of a negotiation, you'll get yourself and the kid killed. It's coffee. Black. No poison.
Trust didn't arrive all at once.
Thanks.
Sometimes it looked like accepting hot coffee from a man who used to call you predator.
Thorn's file. On you. On the clan. On the specimen acquisition project. Names, dates, lab locations, shipping manifills for genetic material.
Why are you giving me this protect wildlife?
Because whatever you are, whatever he is, you're not the ones destroying the ecosystem. They are. If you're going to start a war, you'd better have ammunition.
If things go sideways,
I'll get the kid out. Somewhere safe. Somewhere Thors can't reach.
you'll have to go rogue.
I am rogue. I filed my resignation this morning, effective at 6 p.m., right around the time the moon hits full.
You don't have to do that.
I do. Someone has to remember what really happened here, and it won't be the clan, or Thorn, or the headlines. Luna, don't die.
I'll do my best.
Is he on our side now?
I think so. But we're still on our own. She had 63 minutes until the end of everything.
Stay here. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, do not come out until I say so. Remember that.
Luna, you're early. The ceremony doesn't start until moonrise.
I'm not here for a ceremony.
Exile, you dare show your face on sacred ground?
I dare. Because the ground isn't sacred anymore. Not since you started selling it to men like Thorn.
Mrs. Vane, we have a transaction to complete. The child, please.
I'm not here to complete a transaction. I'm here to end one. This is every lie you've told, every pup you've sold, drop of blood you've spilled, every dollar you've pocketed from Thorn's accounts. Names, dates, forgeries, signatures, including yours, Levex, and yours, Celine.
Enough! Seize her! Take the child! Burn the evidence!
I am Luna of the Moonwolf clan, banished, betrayed, but still the last pure blood this clan will ever know, and I am done letting you desecrate our name. You wanted to be alpha? Fine, come and take it. You're outnumbered, and the moon isn't even up yet. What are you gonna do, bleed on us?
I'm going to do this. What did you do?
I called the moon. Early.
You can't! The moon only answers to the alpha!
I'm not the alpha. I'm the moon's daughter. And she answers to me.
Now, get the kid.
Stop them! Kill the abomination!
Tonight, I'm taking back what's mine! Selena, stand up.
Impossible. Alpha blood is hereditary.
So is betrayal. Your father stole clan funds and sold lunar artifacts to Thorn's grandfather. You're just finishing his deal. Matthys confessed. You drowned pups, exiled women, and dealt with Thorn. You banished me because I knew the truth.
Blasphemy! The moon does not speak to traitors!
But it answers to blood, and mine is the oldest here. Show them.
The vault.
Where they hide the bones of the clan keeps first wolves. Where they store the truth they're too afraid to face.
The pup's safe. In the old station. I barricaded the door. Left him the silver coin. He's humming, not crying.
Good.
What's down there?
Proof of everything. Of who I am. Of what they've done. Of why Kieran matters.
No, he's the first of a new line. The bridge between wolf and man, between moon and earth, between the old ways and the new.
Thorn wants to dissect that. The elders want to destroy it. I want to protect it. Where do you stand? I stand here.
Between the past and the future, between the moon and the man, between the monster they fear and the protector they
Not
need.
revenge. Job bigger than both.
When you come back up, you're not going to be the same.
No, I'm not. Will you still be you?
Coffee, black, still hot.
I'll be more me than I've ever been. The parts they tried to kill, the parts that survived, the parts they tried to bury, they're the parts that grew teeth. Thanks.
I'll wait. Until moonrise. Until you come back. Until the pup needs us both.
Good enough.
At the bottom, the vault wasn't a tomb. It was memory made visible. I am Luna. I am the last. I am the bridge. And I will not be broken. The choice is not whether to fight. The choice is what to build after the fighting ends. The moon answered him, answered her, answered the vow.
The moon rejects me! It hears you, not me!
Because you never listened. You heard commands, I heard choices.
You've built a career on cages, on measuring what you don't understand.
I'm a scientist. This is progress. Genetic preservation. You're an endangered species.
The Guardian does not own the guarded. The Guardian is owned by the vow.
The Guardian.
Every clan has one. Every generation. My mother was the last. I was supposed to be the next, until your people and mine decided guardianship was too expensive. Kieran isn't a specimen. He's the first of a new line. The Guardian who won't need a clan, who won't need permission, who won't be banished because he's inconvenient.
You wanted a trial? Here it is. The moon is your judge. I'm just the messenger.
You have one choice. Walk away. Leave the tundra. Leave the wolves. Leave the child. And I'll let you keep your life.
And if I don't?
Then I'll show you what the moon does to thieves.
You think one display of parlor tricks ends a multi-billion-dollar enterprise? I have labs in 12 countries. Investors, politicians, I am the industry. You're just one wolf. That's the secondary lab, the one you never found. And the self-destruct wasn't just for the building. It was for the specimens. Every wolf we had in containment gone. You've just ensured the extinction you tried to prevent. Except that one. The Beeridge, the Miracle, and now every one of my competitors knows he exists. Governments, corporations, armies, you can't guard him from the world, Luna. You can barely guard him from me. You've won a battle. But the war? The war just got a lot bigger.
There would be time for Thorn later. Tonight she had witnesses. A child, a vow, and a war that had just changed shape.
The war just changed. Thorn thinks he's unleashed chaos. He's wrong. He's unleashed me.
And I don't fight battles. I burn systems.
He burned the labs, but he didn't burn the truth. He didn't burn the moon. And he didn't burn us.
Is the fighting over?
For tonight, but the
The
building...
moon began to dip.
That starts now.
The day smelted. The path crumbled. But the vow held.
The Coast Guard station smelled like char and old salt. For the first time all night, Luna chose not to chase. She chose to stabilize.
2 trucks, 4 men. I disabled the engines, broke some noses. They'll be unconscious until sunrise.
Thorn?
Gone. Took a snowcart east. Towed toward the airstrip at Pruden Bay. If he reaches it, he's out in 6 hours. Thorn's right about one thing. The world just got bigger. If Kieran's what the Grillicot says, every power on Earth will want a piece of him.
He's not a piece, he's a person.
People get used. Especially powerful ones. Especially young ones.
What do we do?
First, we drink this. Then we eat. Then we sleep in shifts. Tomorrow we go through that book. Every page, every symbol, every warning. We learn what Calbergo and Cleven is, what you are, what the Guardian vow actually is in Shanko Breich. Somewhere Thorn's money doesn't reach. Somewhere Kevin can be a kid for more than 5 minutes at a time.
It wasn't hope, not yet. But his plans were how people built them to deserve hope later.
When you were on that DASP, I saw something. Not just power. Purpose. Like you'd finally stopped running and started being. I'm not afraid of you. I should be. Every instinct I have says run. But I'm not, because I saw what you're guarding. Not just Kieran. The possibility of something better. Something new. I'll take first watch. You sleep, both of you. I'll wake you if the wind changes.
For the first time in 3 years, sleep came without banishment. Without Celine's smile. Without Matthias's lies. She dreamed of a small house on a hillside where the moon was a sliver, a porch for Kalin and black coffee. It was a foolish dream, which meant it might be worth surviving for.
Morning. Wind didn't change.
Day 1. The Guardian sleeps. The child dreams. The man watches. The world turns. And the moon, for once, holds its tongue. The world was still broken, still dangerous, still full of thorn-shaped shadows. But for the first time since the banishment, Luna felt possibility. And sometimes possibility was enough to build a future on. By breakfast, the Grenanor wasn't just recording. It was changing, updating with them.
It's updating.
It's syncing. With the moon, with Kyrian, with us.
With the coin?
Yeah, pup. With the coin. Not the vault under the gathering grounds. The real one. The Sanctum Lunes, the moon sanctuary.
It's real?
Older than the clan. It's where the Guardians trained, where the vows were forged, where the truth was hidden so deep even the elders couldn't dig it up.
And you think he should see it?
He needs to. Before Thorn's friends come knocking, he needs to know what he's inheriting. Not just the power, the responsibility, the choice. We leave now. Before noon. Before Thorn reaches that airstrip and makes his first call. No speeches, no debate, just movement. The kind that keeps hunted people alive.
No signals in there. No GPS, no comms. Just us in the dark.
Just us and the moon. She's the only signal we need.
It's pretty.
It's the lunar core, the heart of the sanctuary, the source of the Guardian's power, the reason the moon answers when we call.
This place only cares about one thing, the vow. Do you understand?
I God. I don't own.
Good. That's the moon's echo. It's not power, it's potential. And it's yours now. Not to wield, not to control, to protect. Do you accept the vow?
I accept.
No witness but ice, a child, and the truth. That made it more real, not less.
The core didn't test him with pain. It recognized him.
It's warm, Luna.
I know, pup. It's supposed to be.
It's heavy, Badge Man.
I'll help you carry it.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, pup. We can go home.
Home is not a place. It's the people who stay when the moon goes dark.
We didn't go back to the Coast Guard station. That place smelled like smoke and old mistakes. We went to the cabin I'd shared with Kiriman for 3 years.
You don't have to go in.
I do. Need supplies, clothes, the last of the canned beans.
In daylight, the cabin looked even smaller, more fragile. Like one hard breath could knock it down.
It's smaller than I remembered.
Everything feels smaller after the sanctuary.
Thorn made it to the airstrip. I checked the truck's radio before we left the station. He chartered a private jet, Zurich, then Singapore, then somewhere else. He's covering his tracks.
Good, let him run. He'll make mistakes, he'll talk, he'll build new labs, and we'll be there to burn them down.
You're not going after him immediately?
No. Kira needs time. To adjust, to understand the pendant, to be a kid for more than 5 minutes. We all do.
Where to, then?
That was when I saw the Grinamard had opened to Kirian's page on its own. Home is not a place. We burn a thing. The furniture, the curtains, the memories,
Burn it?
The ghosts. Let it all turn to ash. Then we build something new. Somewhere the moon doesn't watch so closely. Somewhere Thorn's money doesn't reach. Somewhere Kian can plant a garden and not lose it to the frost.
I'll get the kerosene from the truck.
Pup.
Will the new home be warm?
Yeah. It'll be warm. The pendant under his shirt had cooled, settled, like it finally knew where it belonged.
The core said I'm not alone.
The fire took the wallpaper, the windows, the blood in the floorboards. It took the shape of the old life and made it unrecognizable. The Grimitar was the last thing I saw before the roof gave way.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
By the time the fire burned low, the stars were already out. The moon was only a thin crescent, but I could feel her approval in the cold air.
Where to?
I looked at the Graminor's absence, at the pendant glowing softly against Kirian's chest, and at the wilderness waiting to test us next.
Away from the ice, away from the clans, away from the thorns of the world. Somewhere the soil is dark and the winters are mild. Somewhere we can put down roots that won't freeze.
Then we go south.
For the first time in 3 years, I didn't look back.
Will there really be carrots?
Yeah. Carrots, potatoes, maybe flowers.
Behind us, the embers cooled. Ahead, the road opened. The future was still unknown, but for the first time, it was ours to choose. The garden didn't freeze. 6 months ago, that would have felt impossible.
Luna! They're fat!
Good. Pull one, wash it, eat it.
Tractor's fixed. Those are actually edible this time.
Unlike the potatoes.
Unlike the potato. Pup, time for your letters.
Anything?
Quiet, radio chatters, weather reports, and crop prices. No Thorn sightings in 4 months. Zurich lead went cold, Singapore was a dead end. He's either dead or he's learned to stay buried.
Once that name would have tightened every muscle in my body. Now it passed through the evening air and kept going. The world was full of thorn-shaped shadows. They just didn't own the dark anymore.
The Greminor's been quiet too.
It was gone, burned in the cabin fire, but some things don't leave when the object does. They stay in the body.
It's not quiet. It's just content. Kieran's pendant hasn't pulsed since we crossed the Montana border. The moon here is a suggestion, not a command.
I know.
He had seen Kieran place the silver coin on the pedestal. He had felt the silence of the sanctuary. He knew the difference now, between power and peace.
The gold in his eyes had faded, mostly human brown now, only a flicker of amber when he concentrated.
Worms, sunshine, and the stray cat that adopted them last Tuesday.
He asked about her yesterday.
Selena?
Yeah. Asked if she was cold, if the moon was mad at her.
What did you say?
I said the moon isn't a person, it doesn't get mad, it just is, and Celine made her own choices. She's living with them.
Good answer.
It's the truth. Is she living with them?
The last thing the Graminor showed me before it burned was Selena in a concrete room staring at hands that no longer answered the lunar call. No power, no status, just a woman in a cage waiting for a moon that would never answer again. Yeah, she is.
You wrote Dear Moon?
She likes mail. Luna said she's lonely sometimes.
She's not wrong.
I'll mail it tomorrow. General delivery. No return address.
Good. I'm hungry.
We can. Go wash your hands, both of you.
Luna.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank the pup. Thank the moon. Thank the fact that you're too stubborn to know when you're outmatched.
I mean, I was a ghost before you, following orders, chasing shadows.
Good. Then stay.
I will.
For the first time, it didn't feel like an over year. It felt like a neighbor, checking in, then leaving us be.
18 months later, the first thing under our porch wasn't danger. It was life. 5 blind kittens, mewing in old flannel Kalin had given up without complaint.
Kieran named them before their eyes were even open. Storm, Emble, Moss, and Ash.
Storm, Ember, Pebble, Moss, Ash. They feel like home.
He said they felt like the sanctuary. I didn't correct him. He was 6 now, all elbows and knees, tall for his age. He never took the pendant off. Not for sleep, not for baths, not even after the soap incident that turned the whole floor into a lake.
Kalin built the greenhouse himself. Double-panned glass, a scavenged wood stove, tomatoes all year. Kieran watered them every morning like it was a sacred duty.
Easy. Drink slow.
I watched him through the kitchen window until Kalin came up behind me.
He's late.
2 minutes. The tomatoes won't wilt in 2 minutes.
Black, no sugar. The kind of knowing that takes years to build.
Even in peace, some names never really leave the room.
He asked about the clan again last night, after you went to bed.
What'd you tell him? What'd you tell him?
The truth. They're still there, still afraid, but they haven't contacted or searched for us. The Grimnon's silence bought us that.
Good. Let them rot in their traditions.
I told him he already has. He has you. And he has me. And that's enough for now. Maybe always.
Kalin had never been good at lies that mattered. That was one of the reasons I trusted him with our life.
It is. Enough.
Then the back door burst open, and the world became ordinary again by force.
Done! Can I have pancakes? The moon was out last night. I saw her.
I know, pup. Did she say anything?
Children say strange things. Some of them are only dreams. Some of them are warnings. With Kieran, I had learned not to assume.
The kittens open their mouths like this big, and the tomatoes are taller, and I saw a hawk over the north field.
Chew first, then report.
He still tracked every exit, every sound, every line of trees. Old habits survive long after the danger changes shape. After breakfast came the little things that built a life. Lunches, reminders, kisses at the door. The
The kind of routine I once thought we'd never earn.
Bye. Don't let Storm eat Pebble.
That's not how cats work. Go.
Every time he left, some part of me counted the hours until he came back. Not because the world was ending, because once it almost had.
Then it was just us again. The house, the dishes, the storm moving in from the west, and all the things quiet can make you hear. Kalin washed. I dried. We didn't need words anymore. Sometimes the clink of plates was enough.
Outside, the wind picked up. A March storm coming over the West Ridge. We had learned not to fear every storm, but we still noticed them.
After the dishes, Kalin went straight to the window. He always watched the road after Kieran left, as if it could keep him safe. He's happy.
Yeah, he is.
I am. Sometimes I'm scared of what's out there and what's in here.
He could have given me the easy answer.
Yeah, I'm happy.
He didn't. That was love, too. 3 years of ice, 1 cabin fire, more loss than either of us could count cleanly. And still, somehow, happiness had found us here. That almost made it harder to trust. We watched the snow dust the garden, the greenhouse, the whole rough little world we'd built from almost nothing. The Grimitor was ash. The clan was a rumor. Thorn was a ghost. The moon was a neighbor. Once survival had been the whole goal. Now the miracle was smaller and harder to name. A child on a school bus, coffee on the counter, snow on tomato glass. Someone solid beside me when I looked up. And we were here, alive, together. Enough.
3 years later, even the wild things knew this land had changed.
She told him off, Luna. Did you see?
I saw. She's got your nerve, that one. Kieran was 9 now, taller, still all elbows and knees, but no longer fragile.
Kalin said we might get a calf this summer. A real one, not a toy.
That nod was answer enough.
Kalin said that, did he?
More faux work, you mean?
But I didn't mind.
Work was good. Work was grounding. Work was the opposite of running.
The names still tasted of the old life, but now they belonged to the new one. At his family.
Wire's laid, field's ready. If the calf comes, it'll stay.
Good.
Luna says it's more work.
She's right. But work's how you build something that lasts. You want a farm, you work for it.
Kieran understood in the way children understand what they've survived.
Peace, too.
Peace was never a gift. It was a harvest.
Blood had planted it. Vows had kept it alive. And now, for one suspended second, it looked almost ordinary.
We used to measure nights by danger. Now, I measure them by small sounds that meant everyone was still here.
He didn't need anyone to explain the lesson. He'd seen enough of the world to know what it meant when something small refused to break.
Legs are harder than they look.
Mine too.
The stars came out brighter here than they ever had in Barrow. No moon glare, no old pull, just distance and sky. The Grenamore was gone, but sometimes I still felt its weight like a ghost limb, a reminder of what power had cost. With Kalin, silence was never empty. It was earned.
Pup's growing.
Yeah, too fast.
He asked about the moon again last night, when I tucked him in. Said he couldn't feel her anymore. Not like before. Asked if that was okay.
What'd you say? Some questions only sound small. Some decide what kind of life a child gets to keep. I already knew Kalin would choose freedom over fear. I still needed to hear him say it.
I said it was more than okay. It was the point.
I said the moon was a teacher, not a leash, and he'd graduated.
Once, those words would have sounded impossible. Now they sounded like home. The calf will be a handful.
So are you.
Good.
There was a time I thought survival was the prize. It wasn't. This was.
No shadows moved in the tree line. No engines growled on the road. No whispers rode the wind. Just the swing, the stars, the man beside me, the child sleeping safe within. And the devastating truth was this ordinary, messy, hard-won life had been the real treasure all along. Not the moon, not the power, not the vow. This, something you built, protected, and finally dared to keep.
The calf came in the blue hour, that breath-hold strip of time between night and day. For once, nothing arrived to destroy us. It arrived trembling and alive.
She's perfect.
We looked at each other like the answer had been waiting for us longer than we knew.
What's her name?
Dawn. Her name is Dawn.
Welcome home, Dawn.
We stated until the sun rose over the bitterets, turning the barn gold.
She's hungry.
That's a good sign.
I'll check on you after school.
By the time the world called Con Kieran back to ordinary life, Dawn was already claiming hers. We turned back to the barn, to the steam rising from straw, to the kind of quiet that used to feel impossible. The Grimator was ash. The clan was a rumor. Thorn was a ghost. The moon was only a neighbor now, one that had finally stopped knocking. We were not guardians, not warriors, not fugitives, just a man, a woman, and a calf named Dawn.
Stay.
Yes.
Outside the stall, life kept moving in small, stubborn ways. That was the miracle. Not destiny, continuance. I'll be outside.
I stayed with the calf a little longer, listening to the mother chew, watching dust turn gold in the air, letting my body learn that peace was not a trick. After a while, I stood, brushed the straw from my jeans, and walked to the barn door to face the life we had made from ash, vow, and the quiet courage to stop running. The road was empty. The fields were quiet. The mountains stood where they always had, eternal and unconcerned. For the first time in my life, I felt no pull from the moon, no whisper from the Gramelod, no weight from a clan, a prophecy, or a child's future. I felt the sun on my face, the wind in my hair, and the devastating truth of it. This ordinary, fleeting moment was the only heaven I would ever need. The sun was warm, and for the first time, I didn't notice when it set.